As we get back together, we'll be starting with those drive-in services. Those are going to be a lot of fun just to see each other again. Then on Father's Day, kind of a special day, celebrating dads, getting out in the camp chairs, just seeing each other, enjoying the fresh air. And then, you know, the excitement of we're going to be back in the building and worshiping together in the sanctuary again through July in 2 services. Then in August, looking to be all in one service together, starting to look back towards what we knew as normal before.
We've been wanting to do something that was well thought out, use the wisdom of God as opposed to just reacting and getting together very quickly, but doing this in a logical, methodical way. And so I would ask that as members of His church that we remain considerate and consistent, really look for ways that we can serve each other in this time, and then look for ways that we can serve as we draw back together.
As we look and prepare our hearts to gather back together, to recognize that there are people who are viewing these things differently of how we come back together, and maybe you have thought about a different plan about how we might reconvene, but the elders have really put in a lot of time in prayer and preparation and thinking through those things, and it's really going to be a group effort as we do this together, that we do it and we do it with a right heart attitude. What's great is that Scripture always gives us direction on how we can do these things, and Romans 14 just brings us a great challenge about, hey, you know what? Christians don't always view everything the same. We might have differing opinions, and that's okay. But we are to bring a loving respect for one another into all things. And I love what Paul challenges believers in Romans 14, verse 5. He says, one person esteems one day as better than the other, while another esteems all days alike. Each one should be fully convinced in his own mind. And that might be how we are. We're fully convinced in our minds of things. But we're not to pass judgment on other believers. As we do this, there's a higher calling for us. And that is that we are to be examples of the Christ who we're following. And He's given us a great example. Yes, He was the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, but He humbled Himself. He came and looked to reach out to others, not standing on a pedestal and put Himself above others, but putting others before Himself. With that great example, I want to just call us as a church family to do as Cornerstone has as our motto, to love, equip, and engage with the cross and Jesus and the gospel as the central thing. Would you join me with that attitude, with that heart in mind, that we look to do this in steps and stages and caution with one another, but in love for each other, with Jesus Christ and the gospel, the good news, as our focus.